To another edition of Raw Arsenal. In this video, we this video is a bit late. Apologies for that. We look at the return of Eze and it's against a familiar foe. Spurs, who have been languishing at the bottom of the table. We won the physical battle. We made a couple of uncharacteristic defensive slip-ups, composure slip-ups, losses of composure. But overall, we showed great composure, especially Timber, who is silencing some of the doubters who are becoming louder. And that's kind of incredible given how many goals and assists he had scored up until this match. And as of today, he's scored 3 goals and 4 assists in the Premier League alone, rivaling GA tallies of our midfielders. And he was a huge part in 2 of the 4 goals we scored against Tottenham. Setting up Saka, found space on the wing, got past his marker, as he always does, and delivers the ball into Eze, who controls. Well, first of all, Saka has put in just a sublime pass, very accurate beyond 2 defenders. Tottenham defenders were in front of a pack of Arsenal players. The pass, hard driven pass, finds Eze's foot, controls it wonderfully with a flick and volleys it, reminiscent of another goal we scored against Spurs earlier this season. And then immediately we concede. But let's have a look at that slip of composure with pictures. With the pictures. Okay. So we had just scored, and pride comes before a fall, as Proverbs aptly says, according to the wisdom of God. And here we got Declan Rice making a fantastic interception and then trying to take on 2 players. If only to keep it a cover for him just outside our defensive box and loses it. And all of a sudden, we're drawing again. Capier, our other fullback, had a fantastic match as well, rivaling Timber, and put in some fantastic forward balls, bypassing the midfield and bringing our targets into the game straight away. So this was a lobbed curled pass into Saka's path. Shows great strength to hold off Tottenham defender there. But by the time he's controlled the ball, keeper is upon him and he hits the ball into the goalkeeper's hands. Later in the match on the other side, pitch, Timber has the ball and some fantastic. This is some fantastic relationship that Eze and Saka might be developing because and I don't know if they talked about this before the match, but maybe they have an agreement. If, or maybe this was coached in a recent drill, but when one of them approaches the ball carrier, one of the attackers approaches the ball carrier, the other attacker moves away, as you can see with those arrows, creating space in behind the defense. And Eze hits this ball first time at Saka's path. Saka can't get past his man that time. Timber recycles the ball and holds off his marker admirably, but unsurprisingly, and finds Trossard with a number of players open in the box. But Trossard takes a touch and fires a commendable effort across goal, and there's no one at the back post. Tottenham have a decent spell, and this is one of the few chances they're able to create. And I believe it's due to poor positioning of Zubimendi here. So Salah has done the right thing and gone out to help Timber on the right hand side. Saka's running back to help cover. But in place of Saliba, Rice has come in and filled that gap between the two centre backs, as any number six should. But our number eight is right next to Rice, our number six, which he doesn't need to be. He needs to be on the edge of the box with two compressed, which leaves space for Simmons, as you can see, to dribble across the edge of the box. And if it's not for Trossard uh, seeing that danger and putting himself there at the top of the box, Simmons probably fires into decides to shoot into the top right corner and scores probably. But he has to shoot left and Raya gets to it. So still 1-1. Timber has the ball on the right hand side, and I like this change of tactics. We're looking to find our attackers earlier, and as you can see here, our attackers um, are on the same wavelength as Timber, who looks to be lining up across from a fair distance out. So all three of our attackers there, Eze and Gyokeres and Trossard, are on their bike. And this is what I love. And I'm not sure if this was discussed earlier, but Timber decides to play it to feet. And it works because Eze, I don't know if Gyokeres was expecting Timber to play it to feet, but the good thing is that he made a different run or a different approach to Eze, who looks like he's going to be expecting a ball into the box, which means he takes his defender. So Gyokeres has time to steady the ball with one touch and then fire a well-struck shot into the right side of the net. Again, Nkapie bypassing the midfield, which appears to be heavily marked, finding Eze, who's made a run to the left-hand side, wing side. There's all this space. He notices all this space behind the approaching defender and skins him, dribbles forward. Beautiful skill and vision and awareness by Eze. And this is where Eze's instincts, goal scoring instincts, come into play. He appears to be more goal scoring minded than assist minded, unlike his days. Well, perhaps he hasn't built up that partnership with Gyökeres yet, the same partnership he had with Mateta. But he misses one assist here. Saka pointing to where he wants the ball, and he's probably going to get there before Mickey van der Ven. But Eze dribbles some more. Now Trossard is there, pointing to where he wants the ball, and we've seen enough of Trossard to know that 6 times out of 10, he's going to score that shot. If Eze lays it off onto his left foot there, Eze dribbles some more. By this time, both of those assists no longer available. He cuts inside and shoots into a sea of bodies. Disappointing decision making there, but he makes up for it later. Now, just a note on some better defending here, or lack of better defending here. So Hincapié has come forward. Trossard is the winger there, not the fullback, but he doesn't see the man in behind him. Gabriel Rice should be communicating that to Trossard so that he can cover that passing lane and at least force a riskier pass along the sidelines. But instead, Tottenham are able to get in across from after creating that space. And this should have been a goal, really. I'll say it, spite of the channel's affiliation, because Gabriel sets himself up here for failure because the defender is behind him. He's not holding on to him. So the defender lightly taps him, pushes him, whatever you want to call it, in the back to create that space, as Gabriel has done numerous times in the opponent's box to score a header. And Tottenham's attacker strokes that in. It's ruled offside. Arsenal very lucky about that one. Momentum could have shifted. Instead, we remain 2-1 up. And this is what we do well. Apply pressure together. Uh, the forward press only works in numbers. Eze runs forward to help out Masquero, who is quite high up there. Has come on for Timber and did an excellent job as well. In place of Timber. Wins the ball back. Saka is there. Passes to Eze. He's there for the forward press. And what I love is Eze holds onto the ball just the right amount of time there till Saka positions himself in front of his centre back there, of his marker there. Pass is good. Keeper stays it. Scarra wins the area. Confidently heads that ball later in the match. Heads that ball forward of the halfway line. Saka puts enough pressure there, as does Eze and Gyokeres to win this ball back. Eze wins the ball back, and Gyokeres, fantastic, strong hold-up play there. Gets to the ball first, nudges it to Eze, and Gyokeres is getting quite good at that now. You know, early in the season, we remember Gyokeres being bonded off the ball there before he can hold it up. So those gym workouts are helping. And Eze plays it on time to Saka. Saka shields the ball well, uncharacteristically, fires it again into the keeper. But fortunately, Eze is sniffing there, catches the rebound. Killer instincts. What a match. What a return. And what a claim. He is staking. Uh, so here we are, another lapse in decision making here. Well, just a lapse of concentration. Perhaps Rice is tired. Very unlike Rice to lose uh, that one-on-one, especially when he's come there first to the ball. Tottenham work it, drag out our left back. Uh, Hincapié returns to position. It's good. And initially, as you can see here, showing Tottenham's winger to the line, which is fine. But then he allows the winger to bypass him altogether as he changes his stance. He doesn't realize that Rice and Martinelli are there to catch the winger if he goes inside. So winger is able to get a ball in. Raya saves this off the line. Brilliant work by Raya. He deserves the plaudits. He's not credited. Recognized enough. Here's another example of an excellent forward press initiated by Martinelli here. Arsenal know when to press. They press together. It's 5v3. They win the ball. And Madueke finds Odegaard. He would have preferred to have received it on his left foot. Otherwise, Odegaard gets away, and beautiful weight on this pass. That's what Odegaard brings. He's got an eye for the through ball there. A bit more than Eze. Perhaps that's where they differ. Odegaard with 5 assists this season. With Eze finishing this match with 6 goals in the Premier League thus far. But Gyokeres, again, strong, holding off his man and fires it. 2 goals to Gyokeres, who played a part in Eze's second goal with the hold-up play there. So it was a deserved man of the match. Probably uh, probably my man of the match as well, with Timber coming in a close second. Eze or Timber. Because Timber here now is found, ball comes to him, and when the box is cramped out, when the opponents have parked the bus, how do we get past that? We drag them out by moving the ball out and then back forward. So now we've got 5 as opposed to 6 uh, in the dangerous part of the box. And Saka gets past his man again. So this was actually the first goal there. I should have been in order. My apologies for that. So as a flicks still. So Saka does wonderfully to to find the pack of Arsenal players through that maze, and those Arsenal players are open thanks to that backward forward motion on the wing. As a volleys, half volleys it in, or volleys it in rather, after flicking the ball up. Sensational touch there. And that's a magic moment. And we need more of those. For example, magic moment against Man City, which allowed us to draw. Eze and Martinelli being a perfect part of that. Uh, if you wanna beat the best and not be beaten, let me know what you thought in the comments below. I am out.